Miller slot left. Washington outside left. Roethlisberger has time. Throws to the back of the end zone.
We apologize for the interruption of your regularly scheduled broadcast. The following message is very important.
Breaking news. Overconsumption of limited resources is damaging environments around the world and causing problems for all humanity. An American consumeristic mindset is proliferating across the earth and causing all sorts of problems. Take a look. Here's a fact. The wealthiest 20% of the world, which includes the United States, consumes nearly 80% of our planet's resources. Contrast this with the poorest 20% of the world's population, which consumes only 1.5% of the world's resources. Americans' individual actions collectively shape our society, and American consumption is drastically changing the world's environment. But just because Americans collectively are great consumers, that doesn't mean they all think the same. We hit the streets to pick the brains of some Americans in Eugene, Oregon. Do you think it's important to reduce consumeristic attitudes in today's society?
Yes. Do you want a reason?
Yeah, go on.
Because I think a society dependent upon the consummation of material goods can never have a meaningful existence.
Really? Why is that?
Because consuming something destroys it, and you can't relate to something that you've destroyed.
To be blunt, it pisses me off. I work for the University of Oregon recycling program, and every day I pick up bottles and cans from various buildings on campus, and I'll get a bottle of water that's about this big, and only this much will be drank. Really? And it's just in the recycling. Or people get those energy drinks and don't finish them, or sodas, and then they just throw them in there. And A, they're wasting their money and a lot of energy that went into creating that product, and B, they're making it a big hassle for me, who I could be more efficient and collect more if I didn't have to deal with dumping that stuff out or cleaning up messes that are made because of spilling.
I feel like a consumeristic attitude is encouraged by pretty much, I don't know, media and everyone in charge, so I kind of feel like it's more a product of, trying to be careful with words here. I don't know. I feel like it's a product of media's, like it's what media wants people to do. And so most people don't even like consider their own personal attitude to be like consumerist. They just think they're acting like everyone else. And they are. It's just, that's the attitude of the majority.
Think it's good or bad?
Well, consumerism, I guess, is an extreme. So I think negative, I don't, that's a big question. Political for me, and I can't go into that, so sorry. But.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's bad. It's at an unsustainable pace, so it's going to reach a crashing point, whether you want it to or not.
That's a really good question.
That is really good.
I think that it's I mean, everybody's guilty of it, obviously. I mean, a lot of people buy lots of things all the time without putting a lot of thought or process into it. But I guess that's a pretty deep question. I don't really know how to expand on that. I'm sorry, horrible presentation.
I try to buy only for necessity, honestly. So like, I haven't bought clothes in probably about 2 years, minus this hoodie that I bought for necessity because I forgot to bring a hoodie and it was super cold and it supported my friend's local establishment, you know. But other than that, then it's definitely for necessity. But other than that, I definitely think consumers do shop just to shop, or because they're told to shop, you know? I think definitely needs to be a necessity thing.
I mean, consumerism, it's based on this idea that we always need to buy more, consume more, and everything is disposable. And that's really not a very sustainable lifestyle or strategy, and always wanting something more even when you don't need it, and that it's very wasteful, really.
It's really frightening to me that we judge ourselves by our goods, what we own, and what we buy. Just the fact that so many people aren't aware of the full impacts of things that they purchase, or how the things that they use impact other people in the world.
Americans use more resources per individual than any other people on the planet. How do you feel about that? Is that wrong?
It's actually a form of climate injustice, in my opinion. I think we're violating other people's human rights. We're 5% of the population. We use 25% of the world's resources, and the people that end up being affected by this are marginalized populations all over the world, the poor, the hungry, and it's really unfortunate that because we choose to buy certain things and we feel entitled to own certain things, that these other people are suffering, and I think it's really unfortunate that more people don't know about it.